that was not here, but there's two differences.
TA.
That's right.
TA was one of them. The pick order for Outsiders is not the same as the games that they were picking
10
TA.
seconds.
Usually, they would have the pick out of this second phase of bans.
5 seconds.
And I know that depending on the pick order,
It's Radiant's
people ban or pick certain things. So Liquid has second pick, so they get to pick a combo here. They see this first pick. Outsiders, they get to pick in response to it, and then also ban out a bunch of heroes to cover for this hero. Unfortunately,
10 seconds.
like the thing with first pick is that
5
it means
seconds.
that you don't get last pick, but you do get to see what the enemy team has picked in that phase of bans, and then also ban like a ton of heroes for your last pick in that phase. So yeah, basically the draft order has changed, and so the drafts are going to change completely
Oh,
too.
Razor was the other one. So Razor available now for Liquid right off the bat.
So is
Outsiders, that's true. Outsiders take Tiny, and a hero that was kind of ignored, I feel like, last game was Puck, which just blows my mind, especially when there's a Tiny. Feels like an extremely
10
good
seconds.
combo when you get that coil and then toss out to force the break.
5 seconds.
But we'll see if they end up going for it. Team Liquid still has this second pick, though. Like you said, Io's still there. Every hero but 4, make it actually 6, technically, are still available. I don't know if you
There-
realize that.
there-
Actually, 7 with Primal Beast not
there
available
was
in
a
Captain's
game-
mode.
There was a game that Liquid went Bristle, Razor Bristle, because they just felt like it was not going to get through. And I think they were on this pick order too. There was even the response pick that could come in from the
It's
enemy,
Dive's
the
turn.
enemy side.
Will be a Wyvern, though.
Okay.
I don't know. The Bristle didn't feel... I don't know what's... I was going to say it didn't feel that good. Obviously, they were losing at a certain point, but I feel like Bristle has been played so much that teams just know how to deal with it, right?
10
But
feel-
I don't know if it's like a first 2 pick necessarily.
It's also one of those things where, like,
5
I think
seconds.
if you have a lead and you're playing, like, flawlessly, then, yes, you hit the Bristle Ags timing,
Just
and
cool.
you cannot lose the game, but you have to play flawlessly.
First 2 pick Bat Rider. Okay. So this is kind of a particular hero. I feel like there's heroes that you want to ban out to be able to allow this Bat Rider kind of take over the game. Are there any heroes that come to mind for you? Like the first thing that comes to mind, I don't know if it's worth a
10
ban,
seconds.
but I know that Nyx is like a really annoying hero for Bat Rider.
When Outsiders
seconds.
did this before, they didn't actually ban any, like,
What
really
radiant
strong
ban
bat counters.
Talon?
Okay, they actually banned it.
It's
Wow.
Dive's
Talon picked Oracle against them. And, I mean, I suppose you're playing into Insania. You
Yeah.
know that this guy is like an Oracle fiend. And to me, the way to counter Bat Rider these days is not to counter the lasso. It's to counter the other spells. Nyx Assassin is actually very good,
10 seconds.
like you said, because you counter the AoE damage that he
5
does. And you could
seconds.
stop him, you could stun him, you can catch him out. It's not like, I don't think Venge is that great. Maybe because it's Liquid, and you know that Zai has just played this, you could consider banning the Venge, but it's really like purges to take off
I
the
mean,
sticky napalm charges.
Yeah,
that feel
Abaddon
really
is
good.
not really a hero anymore, and the other hero that comes to mind that Liquid has played in the past is Legion with the Press the Attack. So we'll see how much they really... I mean, that's a low cooldown dispel. Like, you're talking about Oracle. That's an ult used to counter another ult, right?
You can also purge you can use the Q, the
That's
Oracle
true,
Q, to
actually.
purge the stacks. I think
Good,
that's more important. And then also magic immunity. It really is a very hard counter to how mid bat is currently played, and even old bat, because like the blinking initiating bat, because like you said, you have the ult on Oracle as well. So you counter both styles of bat. So I can see why they banned it. Is they're like, okay, if teams are willing to pick this, then like we're not going to deal with it. The other bans that they did against Talon were Death Prophet and
Just who will die?
oh, sorry, not Death Prophet. Doom, Enigma, Void. I think Void is a solid ban because Mickey has actually played it mid against Bat Rider, and more than likely this will be GPK
What's
mid
Radiant's
bat.
ban plan
And they ban
anyway?
Bristle. Okay, they don't want to play against the Liquid Bristle again.
Definitely an annoying hero, but didn't seem to have too much trouble with it last game. And you can see Liquid kind of prioritizing a push-oriented lineup with Nature's Prophet Lycan being banned out. So not wanting to deal
10
with that.
seconds.
I cannot believe Puck is still here.
5
It's so
seconds.
weird.
Maybe
we've been watching too much. I mean, it was EU though, right? EU and NA. It was Puck every single freaking game.
I don't know. I actually think that Liquid's gonna pick mid void. I have the feeling in my bowels that the mid
there's the
void's.
Knicks.
We'll see.
Okay, so Spike Carapace against Batrider, as I talked about.
You can even walk into Avalanche with Carapace on, and it's pretty damn annoying for Tiny.
Yep. I mean, the thing that makes it annoying for Batrider more than anything is you have the Firefly going. So it's just like a constant area that you could just walk in temporarily and just get like a global
5
stun,
seconds.
technically.
Yeah. Now that that Liquid has Nyx Assassin, I feel like they probably want something that Nyx is actually setting up for. I mean, it's excellent with Razor. It's fine with Wyvern. You know, it's like a tanky hero to run in and start things, and Wyvern likes that because Wyvern just wants to sit back and like wait for fights to progress. But I think it'd probably be Razor
That's Diet
Nyx
Strength.
offlane. That sounds pretty good.
Skywrath Mage.
Ooh, Skywrath Mage.
Okay.
Tiny Sky is actually my favorite Skywrath Mage combo currently over like Legion Sky and the other ones, because a lot of the time, if you Legion Sky and you duel somebody can just walk in and soak the Sky ult, but you can't walk into an Avalanche and soak
10
the Sky
seconds.
ult because the Avalanche hits you before you actually get on the
Yeah.
on the target. So actually,
5
I really
seconds.
love this combo, and it's something that you can run where the Tiny doesn't need to have the Blink Dagger, and you can still set up for the Sky. Whereas it feels like with Legion, it's a lot harder to connect and actually duel somebody and get the Sky ult off. And Tiny's so
And
easy.
even though a lot of times they don't get it off in time, if you're able to maneuver and Ancient Seal first, obviously the Avatos is going to do ridiculous amount more damage
yeah,
with the damage amp coming out from that
exactly,
spell.
exactly. Which did get nerfed a little bit, the damage amp from that, but it's still 25%, so it's a lot.
CK by Outsiders. That feels like a Ramses hero. We'll see how flexible they want to be with it, but I feel like for the most part we've been seeing position 1.
CK into Wyvern, which is traditionally considered to be a CK hard counter.
True.
Cold Embrace deals with
10
all the physical
seconds.
damage coming out from the CK, stops his initiation, and Winter's Curse kills
5
CK
seconds.
himself because the illusions do 100% damage. So it's very good counter, but Outsider's confident enough that that they have ways of dealing with the Wyvern. Tiny backline jump, Batrider magic damage, Skywrath magic damage. They feel like the Wyvern's not a problem. They can pick this. It's a really good combo with Skywrath Mage too. Like if Sky rotates the CK's lane, it's a pretty free kill.
So Team Liquid, they likely have their 2 supports in the Wyvern Nyx, although we have seen Wyvern mid. I don't know if Liquid plays that necessarily.
I feel like Pango is an amazing pick here. It deals with the CK illusions. It's magic immunity versus Tiny and Sky.
And Bloodseeker's already banned from Outsiders.
Bloodseeker's banned, yeah. The only thing is,
Just
Bat
do it.
does pretty well against the mid Pango. They go for the Jug. So so whenever this happens, and there's a pick like this, it means that they probably couldn't think of 3 good carries to play. They want to pick it right now, and they can think of 3 good mids to play, unless it's a Razor mid. But like whatever position they're picking next, they could think of 3 of them. So these bans from Outsiders, like they don't feel like they matter because
Right.
they have 3 choices.
Okay. This feels like a game that Jug would have to prioritize a Manta, potentially.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this Midas Juggernaut we've been saying. I'm not going to lie.
To old Tumby, he's the guy who started this. He will be getting will be getting a Midas.
I mean, if you go Midas, do you ever go Manta later?
Yeah, you probably do. Against Sky, CK, Bat. Yeah, I think you probably do. There's a lot of stuff to purge in this game, and you can dodge the CK stun.
Anyway.
All right, Outsiders taking out Death Prophet. So thinking that this might be, I mean, Death Prophet's pretty flexible as well, but likely a mid hero, I would agree. Wish I had the stats up to see if Mickey's played Wyvern a lot. Who was that played Wyvern
10
yesterday
seconds.
as mid?
I think it was Mickey.
Was it Mickey?
I think
5
so.
seconds.
Oh,
Yeah, Mickey plays Wyvern.
okay.
I'm not sure
Must
how
not
that
have been very memorable then.
No, I don't feel like it does that well against Bat, but I don't know. I also don't feel like Wyvern, like Bat's laning is pretty trash. It's basically a matter of like, does he kill you or not? And I would say probably against Wyvern, she can keep a distance that you can't. So I imagine that's probably a 50-50 lane. So I guess you could Wyvern in this game as a mid. And then what are they picking now? That means they'd be last picking their 5. That seems a bit scuffed.
Yeah, it's unlikely to be a mid Wyvern,
10
but
seconds.
if they don't like their mid choices, then maybe that's something they settle with.
5 seconds.
Outsiders taking out DP, obviously that is a good matchup, or something that can contest a Bat Rider if you want to put that mid.
It's Radiance.
And Kunkka, okay. Bat Rider probably does okay against Kunkka in the mid lane, but
Maybe it's just good for the game for Liquid.
yeah, damage mitigation is always helpful.
You
So-
could, if you're Liquid, you could 5 here. I feel like you could pick a 5 that does really well with Jug. Well, then again, Winter
10
Wyvern does so
seconds.
well with Jug. You'd be kind of baited to like Wyvern Jug the lane. You got the
5
double slow
seconds.
from the Wyvern,
Mhm.
and then into Jug spin. I feel like that's a pretty beastly lane.
So Liquid likely looking for a mid, Outsiders likely looking for off lane, although it could be, I mean, we've seen Bat Rider off lane, tiny
could be
mid.
Tiny Sky. I think it's most likely a GPK bat, but it could be. You definitely don't want to bat into Jug off lane now. That for sure
It's
sucks.
Radiant's turn to pick.
All right, and the last pick is Tusk. So we are looking at a core Tiny in all likelihood. Unless
Are we?
I would love
Are
to
we
see a
looking
core
at that?
Tusk. I mean,
Is it a core Tusk, like mid Tusk, Tiny
I-
bat off lane?
I hope so, but
10
I doubt.
seconds.
We'll see.
I feel like Tusk is probably better. I wouldn't like to
5
see
seconds.
a bat into Jug. It's too easy to spin off the napalm. Unless they do some sort of aggro situation. But then they're aggroing with CK Tusk Sky, which I guess doesn't sound that bad, but I doubt it.
All right, Liquid not really thinking about it too much. So they're going to end up going Zeus, which obviously quite flexible as well, but most likely the mid. And yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
So kind of straightforward from Liquid. On the other side, it will be a support Tusk. Sad. GPK is playing the Tiny, so it will be an off-lane Bat Rider.
Okay. Off lane bat versus the Jug, but because of the Tusk, it is a lane that is less dependent on getting sticky napalm stacks, which of course Jug can just simply purge. But Tusk physical damage, very strong with any ranged hero. So yeah, I think that's decent.
God, that Bat Rider mount is scary AF, not going to lie.
Yeah.
That is a thing of night. Is that the thing you see when you get Night Terrors?
It does look like, yeah, a lot of things look like that. Yeah, it's usually like more shadowy and less fire.
Oh, I see.
Although I did have my house burned down when I was 4 years old, so
Really?
could maybe have some fire dreams coming in. Yeah, sometime.
I see.
Bit of a burning down situation happened there.
Very demonic
That's right.
night terrors that you have. Just haunted by some demon in a past life. So Outsiders, again, coming in with a very respectable 5-2 record now. Liquid, I believe, are 3-2. So definitely wanting to be picking up some wins. Although both of them look like they are in good position to not get eliminated. I think that's almost a certainty at this point.
Yeah.
Even though it is early on.
I
But
think you can also get upper bracket too. There's like 2 teams from each group that can get lower bracket, start lower bracket.
something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, it's like every single win definitely does matter, and quite a few teams can get eliminated from the group stages as well. And then also only top 8, I believe, gets DBC points. Maybe it's even top 6.
Top 8,
So
I
Yeah.
do believe.
matters a lot, especially for Outsiders and Liquid. Both of these teams do not have the amount of points that guarantee them TI.
Yeah.
They need to place at this tournament.
All right, so game number 2 underway. And in terms of just the full lineups, do you have a preference?
You know, I'm gonna say Liquid. I feel like this is they got Zeus last pick. That's pretty nasty stuff. Zeus against CK as well. Best hero in the game, best hero in the entire game at clearing through these carry illusions. And they got on the last pick, and it's
In the entire game.
yeah, I think so. Who's better? Like Phoenix? I don't know. But Zeus is, I mean,
It's definitely good. Zai, his smoke's going to get popped, but you can see Outsiders, they have the vision. So they're just going to back away. So killing the illusions. God, I feel like Zeus would be like top 3
Yeah.
But I can't think of anybody else is the problem.
Tinker, maybe? I mean, new Tinker with laser is pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's not really a hero. Like, currently in the game, like, Zeus is like, the best illusion killer. I think he's got one of the highest win rates versus, like, PL, TB, like, all these illusion heroes. As they do get the D-Ward. Very nice.
That's a lot of juicy amount of gold to come out. It's like getting a first blood almost.
Yeah.
As Ramses.
I
Think Outsiders will get this bounty rune. Oh, the nice block off onto Boxy. Can't get to the other side. Gonna get stunned up to start this. CK keeping him in place, and Boxy getting blocked off. And this should lead to a first blood as they're trying their best to give it to Ramses, and they'll be successful.
You just achieved first
So
blood.
Outsiders.
Thanks and have fun.
Obviously a very nice start. I mean, already a 1K lead between that D-Ward and the first blood.
Is Hakoda gonna play top? Of course he is. But is Yamich gonna stay there is the question. Are they going to do some tri-lane start? And DM is... Oh, he's fireflying the first wave. He's gonna cut second?
Okay.
Wow, it's been a long time since I've seen this on Batrider.
It's been a long time since you've seen off-lane bat, right?
No, dude, Beast Coast, bro. They spam this stuff. I mean, Firefly's damage got doubled on level 1. You used to be able to do this when it was 30 damage per second. You would actually kill the first wave. So you can do it again.
How annoying is this, actually? It's unbelievable. All right.
And he's gonna keep running because if the creep waves combine,
Yeah.
it's still gonna push out, and eventually he's gonna get equilibrium.
Oh my goodness. This has got to be so annoying for the Jug.
Yeah, I mean, it's so cool to see this though, because it's just been so long.
The creeps are gonna connect in the jungle
Because he wants to 1v1 versus Sania here. This is nice. This is really nice.
That is so hilarious.
Is he gonna get the next way? I'm curious.
Yeah, there's another Firefly, so see if he can get these last hits. Sania can do his best to try to deny. Looks like
Oh man,
he's good to go. DM level 2.
That's dirty. Dude, that is cool.
That extra wave for the mid lane. All right, might as well get some extra
my
XP from
God.
Mickey, no problem.
That is so funny.
Oh, Zai gets taken on the top lane. These
'Cause of the
shards have been
tri-lane.
quite nice.
Okay, this is cool.
Outsiders doing some cool shenanigans here to start the game.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this. And now, like, Insania is just top. He's like, what am I supposed to do? Double wave pushing into DM.
Yeah, this is not what you probably had on the what is that thing called, the whiteboard pregame.
No, this is not.
I'm sure they don't use whiteboards these days, but probably a digital whiteboard.
An
perhaps.
iPad sort of situation.
Yeah. So we're saying Yamich again block out Boxy. Gonna take a concussive shot. And he's gonna pop his wand, so that might be enough for him to survive, especially with the rotation from Zai coming in. But still, Outsider's getting great trades.
You know,
In terms of just the harassment alone.
I gotta think about like what. This is the off-lane bias right here, but I'm thinking about why they did this. I guess it's because Jug plus Wyvern. Where's the kill threat at level 1? They're not gonna stun you. You know, you can just TP out worst case scenario. So they can actually get away with this because of the heroes.
And another kill. Boxy does end up going down this time, as the shards from Yamich have been quite good, to say the least. I believe, has all 3 kills come because of his ice shards? I think so.
Yeah, he's got one ability and he's been making it work.
Now, how long do they keep this tri-lane up? Are they fine just sticking with it long
Honestly,
term?
I don't feel like you give Batrider a solo offlane against a Jug, because at a point, he's just going to start cutting creep waves. He's going to double them up. He's going to pull them to jungle camps. Jug will not outfarm a Batrider doing that. Even though this is like a carry, a counter matchup, like Jug technically takes off the napalms. Bat in the offlane outfarms anything.
Yeah, you can see he takes off the sticky napalm stacks there. But now he's not going to have spin for a decent amount of time. DM still has to get those stacks up, though. And he doesn't have a whole lot of mana to work with. But Jug, Matu, 22 and 10 versus the Batrider, 14 and 0, so doing okay.
I want to see how much. So Mickey's level 5.5.
Yeah.
And GPK's level 5 because of that creep wave.
Yep, literally just a creep wave.
That's so funny. Their CS is exactly the same, but they have this advantage. For Mickey.
Oh, DM ended up getting the kill onto Matu. It's going to be a tray, so Insania finally makes up some of the XP difference that he had earlier in the game, but that is a big solo kill.
So he forces out the spin. It's got a 34-second cooldown at level 2, and he's able to get the kill. I mean, I was expecting him to out-farm in this lane, not to kill the Jug, though. This game is a disaster for Liquid so far.
Yeah, this is awful.
And I don't even think it's because they're making mistakes. I think Outsiders just doing really cool shit in the laning phase. It's just really cool.
I mean, it certainly caught them off guard. There's no question about that. They were not ready for whatever the hell that was.
I don't know. I don't know what you want. Yeah, that's weird.
Now DM, he's going to get ganked though. Splinter Blast going to slow him. Matu with the spin. And the Impale to follow. Do they have enough damage to finish him off though? Pops the Fairy Fire. One more right click does do it. So Insania gets some revenge for Matu dying earlier.
Good response.
Actually, that's the second kill Insania's gotten on DM now.
Yeah.
Should be pretty rich.
That's a great response to this. Clearly, just sending a tri-lane top and trying to try was not working. And so instead, they take the tri-lane to the bat. I think if they don't get the kill for Liquid there, the game looks like a complete disaster. But they needed to change something up. They needed to make a move somewhere, and I don't think these supports with the low levels they have are going to kill GPK mid. It's impossible. Nikkei is also not going to die. That's the thing with these tri-lanes, is that it always results in the supports being so under-leveled that it, like, I want them to try to go on Mickey, so I just want to see what happens. I don't feel like they can kill him.
Yeah, we got the Avalanche toss onto the Zeus, but Mickey looks like he's being more than healthy. Pops his ult instead, and you can see 3 members of Outsiders now on the run. The body blocks on the GPK look like it'll be enough. He pops his wand, though, as Mickey completely out of mana, but the right clicks will suffice. Zai's Plasma Field ends up netting him the kill, but it's a 1-for-1. Nyx, Boxy has died so many times this game.
Zai's level 3 as well. He's rotating mid as a level 3 Razor.
Oh, wow. That is... the hell?
That's cool.
That's such a weird game.
Well, dude, when the game gets weird, you got to make weird moves, honestly. Like, I don't think you can just sit top versus a absolutely monstrous CK and just like, yeah, I'm laning like normal. No, dude, that wasn't normal laning. You gotta do abnormal stuff to get out of that.
I mean, despite that death though, Matu, he's farming like right on par with the CK. He's still a higher level than DM. So this hasn't been actually as bad as I originally thought. Still going for the Midas, of course, which
naturally
we'll see how that works out for him.
God, he loves this Midas.
So you're saying he's the one that started this?
Yeah, and I know that because BSJ won't STFU about it. And and it's because like, oh, Matu's doing it, so I have to. It's great, Brian. That's great. You just copy other humans because you don't know how to behave like one yourself as a sociopath. I understand.
Well, technically, sociopaths are still human, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, whatever. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist.
That's true. Yamich, they're going to see Insania, GPK with the Avatos, and this will almost certainly be a kill. Oh, Cold Embrace keeps him alive a little bit longer. Mickey's come to play as well, but you can see the Ancient Seal silencing him up. But Outsiders not really interested in this fight because this stack is probably worth a lot more. GPK getting gone on by Mickey, getting slowed to a crawl thanks to the Heavenly Jump. Another Avatos to follow, though. Mickey will survive it as Yamich getting chased by a level 4 Razor named Zai. The static link is enough for him to get level 5.
It's another one of those things, like he always mid, of course, he's level 4.
Insania is going to save himself, and this time I think Mickey will just have to leave him be. So down he goes. We can see GPK still wants to try to... the Avatos, very risky play. The 2-second stun to follow, but there's the Thunder God's Wrath to finally clean up the pesky Tiny. But Mickey, using that Thunder God's Wrath himself, stuck inside the shards again. As Yamich is playing out of his mind this game. And 8.5 minutes in, a triple kill for Ramses, who can now start going for this stack.
Yep. Ramses is having a great time. That's really good. I mean, Liquid didn't want to give away these stacks, so the fight just continues and continues and continues. And it's this weird thing where, like, all of the supports, which will include Zai in that bucket, by the way, all of the supports are very low level. So the fights, it's like, oh, they're going to get them. Oh, no, they do no damage. I see. The fights are lasting a lot longer than either team is anticipating, although DM, he's probably going to be going down here to be in for Mickey.
TP's coming in, and the question is who's going to get the kill. It's going to be Mickey, so... doing quite well for himself on this Zeus. Going to be going for the Kaya.
He's got boots of travel, though, on DM. Like, he's huge. As a solo offlane Batrider, he's got almost as much net worth as the mids.
Yeah, Armlet now online for Ramsey. He's going to pop that ult and try to pressure this tier 1 tower. They haven't, I don't think they've gone for those stacks yet, if I'm not mistaken, in the jungle. So still available for the taking.
Oh, those are DMs. Those
And
are
they
DMs,
did get half,
baby.
I guess. Sania going to the high ground. And he is going to spot out Yamich. But Ramsey's done a ton of damage to this tier 1 tower. But the presence of Zai is going to force him back. The CK stunned to start, but you can see Liquid are here in numbers. A nice shard again, but Matu able to get to the other side thanks to the Omni Slash. That'll result in a kill onto Ramses.
Really nice rotation from Matu. It's one of those things where he's like completely free-farming bot, so it feels totally counterintuitive for him to move out of there. But he is the only rotation, he's the only one strong enough that could actually take down Ramses. And obviously killing Ramses in this game is more important than any stack, more important than free-farming any lane. So he makes that move, building a damn Midas. But he just knows that he's got the strength to do that.
Yeah, GPK's gonna TP top now. He's gonna find Matu, Avatos, but there's the spin to follow. Yamich still with the ice shards available, and again, block, man, he has been on point, but there's a little sliver there available for Matu to get away with that healing ward, getting up to a decent amount of HP. They might have to just focus on Insania instead. As you can tell, they kind of don't even want to go for him. Still level 5, and he's going to be crit down by Ramses.
Doesn't even use the wand charges because he knows he'll just die afterwards anyway. It's not going to waste enough time.
And Mickey, in the meantime, trying to push out this lane as outsiders. I mean, despite that start, Liquid still seem to be in an okay spot. I mean, 2 of the top 3 net worths in the game are on Liquid's side.
Yeah, they've been responding to these like extremely strange early game plays. Oh, Zai gonna get snowballed on. You can see Insania is there, but still not level 6. Although DM is the one taking the most of damage here. Thunder God's Wrath not quite enough to take him out. DM, another right click from Insania. So Zai is going to be the only kill in this engagement. So Bat Rider just barely gets away. Yeah, Bat is just such a good hero against Razor. Like you wanna follow.
Oh, box. Oh, half second.
Not
too
quite.
late.
Yeah, not quite. Bat does have terrible day vision too, so you can sneak up on him. But yeah, Bat Rider, like usually you want to be the one following around the Razor. I think Liquid was trying to set up a play onto DM, and that's why they moved Zai on Razor to bot, was to like bait that play, but bait not working out.
I crackle with power.
2K lead for Outsiders. As GPK still working on his Blink Dagger. I mean, he's still top 3 net worth, but it doesn't feel like it. Still just the treads in his inventory, so a lot of dead net worth at the moment, but once he gets that Blink Dagger, look for him to potentially snowball.
I'm not gonna lie, Sunsfan, nothing about this game feels normal. It's just...
Yeah, being top 3 net worth with that inventory at 13 minutes feels strange.
Yeah, it's very weird. Everybody's getting involved in fights. There's also stacks. There was lane shenanigans, supports being underleveled. Solo kills happening in the laning stage. It's a DD on Boxy. I don't know how much that matters.
Well, the Vendetta initiation, and DM is mega dead. Omni Slash used. So Matu will get yet another kill for himself.
So DM has just died twice in a row now. That feels really bad for him. He's being slowed down quite a lot.
Echo Saber now there for Ramses as this tier 1 tower will go the way of Liquid. So Matu with his Midas. See the Echo Saber for Ramses to help him farm a bit. But Matu, I mean, the Midas into what is the question is, looks like Zai actually gets deleted from the combo that you brought up early game.
Yeah, that is the easiest, probably the easiest combo in the game to execute. It is so strong.
Up DM, looking for Insania. We'll get the first lasso, I believe, of the game, and Yamich gets that Walrus Punch off. They're trying to dodge this Winter's Curse. And yeah, they'll just kill him from long range. Nicely played from Outsiders.
Yeah, that was nice curse dodging. Insania like clicked it as soon as he saw the bat run in. It's just that with the turn rate slow, it was he could not turn in time. Oh, nice D wards. These guys have been really on point with their D wards this game. I feel like they've done their research into Liquid, because there's nothing that makes these wards like that obvious. They did the one at the start too. They saw that Liquid they smoked, but the smoke didn't break anywhere near the area that they dewarded the ward. They must have seen like if Liquid smokes here, this is where they usually ward. And that is a nice deep ward. Okay, this is really cool from outside.
Damage. Oh, this time does not happen. Zai as the Mystic Flare comes in and just obliterates him along with Boxy. So 2 dead right off the bat. As Liquid now on the retreat. Ramsey's looking for a reality rift, but he's going to get cursed onto an illusion just to slow them down a bit. Which potentially did save Matu, but it's not going to save Insania. It's a double kill for GPK, showing off that Blink Avatos. And Liquid just completely on the retreat. That's a 5k lead already for Outsiders.
Oh, Mickey.
Yep,
They actually
Snowball
got it.
will be there. He's going to get punched into the air. GPK gets off the toss, Flame Break to follow, and down goes Mickey. But this is close to Liquid's base, so they can try to counteract this. They're going to find the Skywrath Mage at the very least, but GPK is really who they have the sights set on, and they will find him in the end. So they get punished a bit for their overexertion. That's not...
There's a bit of
overexertion.
What?
That means you're exerting too much energy. That really didn't make any sense.
That was a bit of an energy.
Overextension is what I meant to
that's
say,
right.
yes. The overexertion today.
Oh boy, Insania. Oh, you dirty bird.
3-second
Dirty
stun,
dragon.
but Cold Embrace does save him.
Jax thinks
The rest of the teammates on the way, but Ramses wants to fight. He gets off the ult, going straight for Zai. But we'll have to back away as he's all alone right now, so Impale does connect. Question is, are any teammates coming to help out Ramses, who's getting completely outnumbered? He's going to delete Boxy, though, as Ramses now taking the Blade Fury. Yamich does have the Snowball save if he really wants to find it, but the Thunder God's Wrath is there in time before any kind of save shenanigans come through. Might cost Zai his life, though. Cold Embrace kind of sets up the Mystic Flare as Yamich somehow actually saving Zai. He's still alive. Trying to take out DM in the meantime, still has that Firefly to try to traverse the terrain, but GPK with the finishing move, nope, Zai still stays alive. Somehow, some way, this man is alive. And you can see that they try to kill Zai this whole time, but it leads to basically a team wipe.
He's not dying.
Liquid, big comeback there for them as Zai just looks super juicy to Outsiders.
Yeah, shout-outs to Strength Treads.
I guess so.
If he had just a little bit less HP in any of those jumps, those 5 or 6 times that they tried to jump him, he would have died. Yeah, that was insane. Ooh, DM. He sees him. He caught him with the AoE.
Yep, DM is going to get Static Link now as Matu coming to play as well. He's going to have to use his lasso, but the Blade Fury should be enough to finish him off. And Hakoda might be some trouble, but Zai is still the one they're focusing on, but another Cold Embrace saves him with a healing ward on the side. And Zai still getting targeted. Walrus Punch. Will this man die? He does. And it feels like Outsiders have just won the game because of that, but in fact, they have lost 4k net worth trying to pursue Razor.
Was it worth it in the end? Was it worth it?
The lead has just plummeted.
What has been lost? Oh my god. Oh, we're gonna watch this again. Every single kill attempt onto our boy.
Yeah, not able to toggle with the armlet.
No, there we go. Zai's
How
dead.
does he
He's
not
alive.
die?
Zai
How?
is dead. And
I thought he was
he's
actually
alive.
dead here, but he was inside
Zai's
teammates,
dead?
of course. Yeah.
And he's alive. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna leave him alone. Nope, GPK
No,
back
there's
in.
the
Zai's dead.
Avatos,
No, he's
healing
alive. He's
ward.
fine. That'd be the healing ward and the strength treads. Okay, Hakoda, maybe Hakoda can get him. No, he is gonna survive that.
That one was just like, I give up. Just
Yeah,
take,
yeah.
just kill me.
just have me. I'm yours. Okay.
So outside of that fight, Outsiders have been in like complete control of this
They
game.
have been, yeah, and they still have a 3k gold lead.
They
So
still, yeah,
maybe focusing Zai is not the play.
perhaps.
Just an inkling feeling that I have. I don't know what it
He's
is.
got 2 8th bands. He's getting close to a BKB. Just recipe away is Ramses. Box is going to open up the initiation. The rest of Liquid collapsing on him, but Ramses gets off his ult and the BKB, and you can see focus is on Zai again, this time under the tier 1 tower. He's going to get stiff. Will he die? Finally, Zai! He will go. That's happened again, the second time in just minutes. The curse is there as well. Into a double, the Mystic Flare to follow. GPK gone on now. He's slow to a crawl, finally jump, but be enough damage for him to get a literal kill. So it's a 2-for-1. And Zai feeling invincible because of how damage they have done to him in the past this time around.
Yeah, shout out to Insania. Of course, obviously, this cold embrace almost is really helping him. And it's positioning as well for outsiders to get the jump on him. Scurrying around the trees in the last
Here we go with the cockroach.
doing well, like a headless roach. And Zai will, like a roach, survive everything, including nuclear war, it seems.
Almost. I mean, he does. So I guess technically all heroes are roaches.
Yeah.
I want to think of it that way.
That's true.
Sage Kaya complete on the Zeus as Ramsey's getting gone on. Has no time off the ult. BKB was still on cooldown.
That's the nerf. 15 seconds cooldown.
Yeah.
That right there, this clip, literally the BKB nerf. And you see this so often now. Somebody dies with 15 seconds on BKB cooldown.
Yeah, muscle memory. It's been a long time since the
That's
cooldowns
right.
were changed, right?
Do you know there's actually memory within your souls?
Ah, here we go again.
No, that's not true. You believed it, you idiot.
I did. Roshan is being attempted by Liquid, and it looks to be a freebie. Matu's going to get a nice juicy Aegis, as Roche #1 should fall.
Yeah, Zai doesn't need it. He's immortal, clearly. This man is...
I mean, considering how much they're focusing Zai, perhaps he should take the Aegis.
No. He's good. He's fine. He's not as juicy if he has the Aegis.
That's true. They'll ignore him in that case, and the Eye of Storm will shred them to pieces.
We've not talked that much about Matumba, mostly about his beard, but
It's an important factor of
it is
Matumba,
quite
though.
important. I think that's probably where the brain is. Parts of his brain amalgamated down there.
Here we go with amalgamation again.
Amalgamation, of course. But he's been the guy showing up to fights and salvaging this game for his team after the tough early game. Even as a carry, and as we talked about, it is counterintuitive when you are complete free farming to show up to stuff. But he knows that he needs to give back net worth to his team because he's not going to solo carry this against these heroes. And this is something that people have talked with Matumba Man that he's always been very good at. Is he knows when he needs to show up, and he knows when he can just hit creeps, and it's fine. His read has been incredible historically. It's what makes him such a strong carry player. And this game's no different.
And Matu very confident with the Aegis now. Tier 2 towers, what they have their sights set on. Does have the Shard with the Maelstrom. And obviously the Manta has been there for a while now to be able to dispel the silence. And Sticky Napalm and God knows what else. So feels like he is online to be able to fight, at the very least. And the Shard, I would assume it's pretty good against CK Illusions to go along with Zeus.
Yeah, why not?
Gets a nice Maelstrom procs on the spin. Nice juicy stuff. Looks like Zai finally, he was working on that BAB for about 20 minutes now.
He's got it, baby.
He's got it.
That's his one item that he'll get this game. And one is enough. He's not a greedy fellow. Zai more than willing to sacrifice for his big boy, Matumi Man, as well as Nikkei on mid lane, who is not Giga farmed this game, which we're used to seeing Mickey have a
Not true.
he's usually a big boy. The game has been
A lot of fighting. No doubt about
yeah,
it.
this is a very true carry versus carry game.
Hakoda, Impale from the tree line, boxing, a nice setup, and that's going to be an easy whoop. All right, 4 staff onto the high ground. Matumba, can they find the distance here? Thunderbolt not quite enough. And the Zeus ult is, I mean, they didn't really want to expend it, but
They did it. They did. He was just coming off cooldown too. Ooh, the link on mid.
Yeah, Yamage. Oh,
that
close
was
one.
Close. That was really close.
Now Matu taking full advantage of the Aegis again, just getting some map control, farming the enemy Ancients. Still tier 2s to take in the mid and bot lane. Typically mid is what you would focus on here. Ramses, he gets the Blink Dagger into the Chaos. They want to take out this Aegis quickly, and they do. Do they want to stick around as well? Boxy getting snowballed on them in south here. But the Winter's Curse is applied to the
nice
Bat Rider.
curse.
That's a lot of damage being applied to him. Now DM might just drop. He's going to pop his BKB. One more right click will do it from Zai. He gets the miss onto the high ground, so DM will live thanks to RNGesus. He prays every day to RNGesus, and it worked out this time around.
Suns fan, he drank his Gaben's Nectar today.
That's a Gaben's Nectar, and that's an Avatos into into the Mystic Flare. Deletion of Matu, but it's going to be at the cost of GPK. No, he pops the KB, and it looks like he's going to walk away safely as well. Now they're going to turn around onto Boxy, who should be just some finishing moves here. And Zai gets tossed back with the Avalanche, something a huge team fight for Outside. They take out 4 members of Liquid, and all they lost was the Tusk. Gaben's Nectar.
Yeah, that was basically from the dive and the miss. High ground. That is what the bait from DM. Both of the offlaners this game baiting out the other side to do stupid things.
I don't know. Was that really stupid? That was a kill 75% of the time.
Okay. It's
Right?
yeah, right. In retrospect, it looks bad, and that's a good bait. That's what a bait is in Dota. And
Ancient
that was
Seal.
Yeah.
On top of all that, that was a big kill.
Yeah.
And somehow GPK lives. That's the crazy part. They just didn't have follow-up.
There's nothing through the BKB other than I mean, if Jug is dead, it's Zai with the static link in his ult, but no, he didn't have his BKB either.
You brought it up, but that does feel exactly like that Zai moment, because now we're back to a 5K lead. It's like that never happened.
That's right. That's right. I mean, when you think about two very good teams going up against each other, there's not a lot of like typical mistakes that get made that you would see in pubs, right? Like, oh, this guy missed a bunch of last hits in laning phase because he sucks at last hitting or whatever. It is these things where you go for a 75% play, something happens, and then you're like, oh, this happened, we were going to capitalize on it. You know what I mean? Well, he missed them on the high ground, so DM can come back into the fight afterwards. Like, let's take this fight, right? It's about capitalizing on those like small percentages and actually being in position so that they can do that, which both sides, as we've talked about, have been in position to actually, oh, this is good bait, let's go and team wipe them.
Oh, GPK, his smoke is popped thanks to Boxy's Vendetta, but the dust a little bit too late and on the wrong side of the map.
Yeah.
So that ends that smoke attempt.
Oh, Yamich, he wants to keep going.
Double fluffy hat.
Liquid.
Oh, the Impale misses. Yamich is going to get the snowball off. Thunder God's Wrath has already used his Matu, gets a nice ult onto DM. None of them bounce to the illusions. Are you kidding me? That is super unlucky after living thanks to the mischance earlier. RNGesus has betrayed DM, and now Matu, he's going to get Avalanche right after the Blade Fury ends. But this is going to cost the life of GPK. Completely punished as Liquid was on the high ground. Unreal, the RNG there.
Same thing that we saw last game. Liquid standing on high ground, having a ward, and just being confident in their position.
Yamich,
Oh,
he's gonna
he
get the
might be
Walrus
too deep on
punch.
the top.
Oh boy, Matu. He's unlocked on. Oh, nice save again coming up from Insania though. And he has been on point this game with that cold embrace. Ramsey's pops BKB. Got triple buyback on the Outsiders, trying to punish this move from Zion Company. And Zai looks like he's gonna be the sacrificial lamb for Liquid. But I think they're going to be happy with this if nobody else dies. But Boxy gets caught out. Yamich another Walrus punch. He's going to attempt to TP out, but the Chaos Bolt will stun him. So Ramses does get a double kill, but that's 3 buybacks from Outsiders. That feels terrible.
I mean, the gold lead is not a monumental swing. It's not like Liquid has the gold lead just yet. But it's 3 buybacks. If you kill any of these 3 heroes, the game could just end.
Yeah.
Because it could mean Roche, it could mean a lane of Rax. Like, the game gets so much harder if something like that happens. There's a big window of opportunity here for Liquid. Outsiders, they definitely want to run in one of their other heroes that still has buyback. Let's see, who has it? So DM, Hakoda, and Yamich just bought back, and you don't really want to run in your mid. You don't want to run in your carry, although Ramses is very close to buyback. He may buy out here. We'll see with him. If he buys out, then it's real dangerous territory for Outsiders.
Highlights of the game so far. Zai somehow living in that one big fight.
Yep.
DM living because of the mischance. And then DM dying because the Omni Slash only targeted him when there was 5 units there.
Yeah.
That is insane.
I like that you saw that part too, because that was like bottom right of the camera when like the main fight was happening to the top left, and you're just like, oh, what's this RNG gonna look like? What's this?
I'm always excited with the RNG. What can I say?
Yeah. And you made the right call. Actually, it was insane. It was insane. Sometimes that happens with Juggernaut. I mean, it's a huge bounce range too. Like, you should really bounce to other units.
I'm sure somebody can do the math on what the chances were. I think it was 1 CK, 2 illusions. and DM. So 4 units.
And everyone hit DM.
Every
right?
single one.
I wonder if it has something to do with like the phased movement or something. Like he didn't have vision of the other units or something with where DM was flying.
I mean, he was right next to the illusions, wasn't he?
I don't know.
I mean, it was nighttime, I think.
And he's right up around the Roche pit, right? There's some weird vision blocking stuff around
Radiant's middle
Roche.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, something funky happened there. Something very unlucky or lucky if you're Matumba Man.
Well, they had the ward up there, didn't they? Liquid?
Oh,
They had
that's
vision.
right. That's right. Both sides had a ward. But the vision blocking around Roche is not like that. As we see the exact same smoke
Yeah.
and ward play. And Liquid is in the exact same area as well, also camping that ward. They're like, oh, this
Yeah.
was juicy last time. Let's do this again.
Omni Slash is up. We can have a repeat of
We
this
can-
last fight.
We can check to see how the vision situation works when it
That's
happens the
right.
second time.
Yeah, Roche is going to be up soon as well. So this will be the second Roche with the shard available.
Dire's courier has been
Tusk's courier is taken out.
No. He did send it over where the Liquid was.
I think that's just an insurance policy, just to double check that they're there,
Scouting,
perhaps.
making sure, yeah. It's like, hey, you want my courier? You want my juicy courier?
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
DD
double
for
damage.
GPK.
He's got that Echo Saber.
Oh boy, this could be dirty. This could be dirty. He's gonna be spotted by the plasma field, though, so no blink for him. He's already at half HP. Has to use the avalanche just to try to get out of a dodge here. Insania is gonna force out the BKB. The static link will follow him as DM pops a BKB of his own. The Mystic Flare has to be used on just Boxy, but they find GPK with that double damage. He was not able to get.
Tumba's dead.
Yeah, Mata somehow dies though, and DM barely dodges the lightning bolt. He might have to go back to base, but Ramses and his illusions are pursuing even further. So a 2-for-1.
Oh, he's
Insania
got a
blink,
jam. He's got to get out.
and the TP should be fine.
Man, Matu...
Didn't see how Matu died there.
The fight was just super split. Matu went like the bottom way into the triangle, and Zai had been chasing GPK, trying to finish him off, which he did eventually, but it was like for the entire duration of both Zai and GPK's BKB. And Tiny is just so tanky at this point with level 3 Grow. Even though he's 20% HP.
Yep, Ramses forced to BKB TP, and you can see Matu. Oh man,
Oh, that was
another
close.
dodge from Yamish. Quick fingers here. That forced the buyback onto Matu, so they're going to go into Roche, and this is going to be an extremely important Roche for them.
Yeah, Matu goes in
everybody's
the
gonna be
bottom
up.
way. Like you can see on the minimap, Matu's like way down there. And yeah, he gets punched through the spin, so he's got no spin left. He's still down there while Zai and the rest of Liquid are up there focusing on killing GPK, who's actually making space along with DM. And DM barely survives that last lightning bolt. He probably... There was some huckering of some body parts in that situation, I can tell you that much.
For sure.
Yeah.
I thought Outsiders was going to try to contest this Roche, but instead they give it up. So Aegis and Shard on the way for Liquid. Shard, Zai. So knowing that they're going to go on top of him constantly, the Storm Surge will give you a % chance to reflect. Wait, how does it work? The spells are guaranteed and attacks are percentage based. Is that right?
There's no reflect. It's just lightning strikes.
Well,
It
lightning.
hits 3 guys and does some damage. It's actually really nice for farming. So you just tank neutrals.
It's a nice slow.
It's a pretty nice slow. Yeah, it's a good slow against a hero like Skywrath Mage, who's gonna be constantly spamming stuff on you. It's good. It also will slow the CK and the illusions, which is nice. It's a cool shard. I think a lot more people are respecting the shard.
Mata getting some nice juicy farm here in the bot lane. Will they deny this tower? That'll open up the outpost, so maybe they don't deny it, but it's literally 1 hit away.
Not if you're Wyvern. And it's like 3 hits. He's quite pathetic.
That's true.
Yeah.
Are linked.
Eon Disc for Boxy, so he's been kind of targeted early in these fights. Can't really do that now.
Yeah, there's 5 reasons to get Eon Disc in this game, and that would be all the heroes on Outsiders.
Yep, that's usually the reason you get that, because you're pathetic, right?
Right. When you're a pathetic support, there's basically no other way that you're going to be surviving.
Bloodthorn for Ramses, by the way. He is, he's getting there on his farm. He's looking good.
Yes, he is. Yep. Yep. Also got a Lotus Orb on DM. That can Lotus the Razor Link. You just throw it on CK, throw it on Tiny, and the Razor can't link. Can Lotus the Wyvern ult. Omni Slash as well prevents that. Prevents all of Zeus' spells. Okay.
Oh, pops the BKB, gets the initiation off, and Insania is dead.
He got the gem.
He sure did. Nimbus, not going to happen because of the BKB. And now we have the BKB initiation onto Mickey. He does heavenly jump to the low ground, though. And the CK stun just bouncing left, right, and center. The illusion's almost finishing him up with another nice save from Insania. As the cover from Matu is there with the Blade Fury to come through. Ramses with the Lotus Orb applied to him right now, but the focus looks like it's on Hakoda, who gets dropped because it couldn't get to the high ground. 90 seconds of no Skywrath Mage.
Yeah, he still has his buyback on cooldown.
5K lead for Outsiders, but obviously the numbers advantage for Liquid with the Aegis as well.
I'm a little surprised Ramses didn't commit for Mickey there. I guess he's very afraid of the Wyvern saves, the curse. Like, he was just confident that even though Mickey was really low, that it would be bad for him to overcommit there. His BKB was on cooldown, so that's part of the reason. If you die and respawn, you don't BKB, you're dead.
Indeed. Matu has to spin off that CK stun. He actually blinks in with the Nimbus helping him out, trying to take out GPK, but he's going to be safe thanks to the Lotus. Gets on the outside as well. Matu and company have to be a little bit careful. It is still all the cores available for Outsiders. Ramses going to get reflected on his stun. Will blink out.
Kills the healing ward with the illusion.
Yep, that's
nice.
actually a cool play, yeah. Matu spinning, but not able to finish the tower quite yet, and I think they're going to have to respect Outsiders' high ground.
Yeah, that actually prevented the push, is killing the healing ward with the illusion. Like, he knew he was going to get Lotused, obviously. But, wanted that ward.
Reality Rift now pierces spell immunity, a nice juicy talent for Ramses.
Yeah, against Jug, very valuable, especially because this hero is like primarily based on the spin now. It's not even about the Omni or his right clicks. It's just the spin.
Yep.
That real long, like the Blade Fury. It feels like this thing lasts forever when you go for this talent. Very frustrating.
Wait, what did he go for his 10 talent on Jug? Stats as usual. Weak. I love the AoE.
The
man.
radius
It's
is
so
good. Yeah.
75 is quite large.
It's a lot. Yeah.
But I guess you're so fast that you're not really.
You're on top of them anyway.
Yeah.
Because usually, like, think about how you're using Blade Fury. I feel like if you're using this thing as an AoE, you're probably a bad Jug player. like you're
Shut your mouth.
Guys, I'll AoE them down.
Shut your mouth. Insania, he's going to be found out. Oh my god, a 2-shot from GPK. Has the full Silver Edge now, so the crit online. Looks like he's going to finally go for the shard. So he's going to start doing a lot of physical damage with that permanent tree. DM getting pursued by Matu. Flame Break keeps him outside the range here. Pops the BKB, another Flame Break to follow, and he has a blink. And he should be okay. He's the one with the gem, so that actually would have been a pretty big kill for Liquid.
Oh, the
able to dodge
down. There's no Insania.
Indeed, they're going to block off Boxy, who gets off the Spike Carapace and the Impale. GPK, he runs right into him, he gets the Avatar, and again it's on Zai, who pops the BKB, so he's going to lift his engagement, and actually gets a Static Link off along with the Eye of the Storm. So GPK, he's going to take the brunt of the damage. Looks like he's done 85 seconds of no Tiny, and Matu and company cleaning up this fight, but finally a double kill from Ramses takes out Zai, basically immortal earlier in the game, but not this time around. Pulls him back into the Mystic Flare, but it's not going to be enough damage, as some way, somehow, Matu lives. It's a 3-for-3, though, so not enough to really take more buildings, potentially, but still, a one-team fight for Liquid, it looks like.
Yeah, I see why Outsiders went for that. They knew the Aegis had just despawned as soon as that fight was happening. And then also, Insania was dead, and Insania has been incredibly important for all of the saves in this game, and it's the CK counter, too. So, with Insania dead, you know that your CK can use his ult as much as he wants. But still, Liquid are too powerful. It was super close. It was super close. Like, Matumba actually almost died to the Skywrath and CK combo, but he barely survived and then won the man fight. As this time, the Onflash does bounce around to all of the illusions. And yet commits. I totally understand why Outsiders were trying to commit this. It felt like a really good opportunity for them. Yeah, and Matumba just barely wins that man fight against Ramses. If Ramses has one more crit and heals, like, maybe he actually wins that fight.
Potentially. I mean, GP felt like he was not on the same page as the rest of his teammates, going for die in the back line. But you can see billing damage being applied by Liquid. They have all 5 numbers now, and there is a buyback onto Ramses, but not going to need to use it. Looks Looks like they'll be able to hold this off and keep that melee Rax alive. Not that one set of Rax is really going to decide this game. Now that we're 40 minutes in, it's extremely even. And the story again is the next Roche. That is not, we're not going to know the answer to that for the next minute, but I think whoever gets that Roche is going to be in a very good position to try to win this game.
Zaya spider legs. This is such a nice item to get.
On Razor, yeah.
When the game hits this point, these Razors, he's got that extra move speed. Yeah, it feels so good. He's like walking up high grounds.
Do you agree that they should be trying to go for Zai first? It's been like their focus the whole game, and it just mostly hasn't worked.
I don't think Zai is that important, to be honest. I feel like if it was Razor versus like Medusa or something, where you can link the Medusa and it really matters, but it's a CK. CK's the carry. He doesn't really. He's got illusions. You know, he doesn't care if one of them gets linked. You're taking away at best 1/4 of the damage that he's doing. He has what? How many illusions? 3 illusions. Yeah, taking 1/4 of his damage.
What about if it's on Tiny though?
If it's on Tiny, well, Tiny is like, I don't know. He's got 403 plus 96 damage. I'm gonna love draining that. He's gonna need like
what's the max drain? Can you do the math?
I think it's like 150 or like 220, something like that. Like realistically, you could get like 150 in a fight.
Okay.
So he would need 2 link charges, but you can't get a 25. Nobody goes for that talent really, especially with Refresher, because you can't link the same guy.
Yeah.
You have to wait for the first link.
Full smoke from Liquid. They're coming from the top side. I don't think the scan went off as Ramsey's going to run right into them, but the Phantasm is popped immediately. Zai with the BKB. Kind of dodged a bit by this snowball as Yamich somehow able to blink out to safety. And the focus is on Ramses for now. He pops his BKB, just trying to take out Matu, but no damage to come as a big static link into the Omni Slash. Ramses is just dead. He does have buyback, though. We'll see if he expends it here, as the buyback is already used from Zai, so it was a 1-for-1. And the blink into the right clicks, but the snowball comes. But Yamich looks to be mega dead here.
Dominating performance.
Double kill for Matu.
Okay.
And Roche is not up for another minute and a half.
I think I know why Outsiders... Oh, GPK. He's going for a cheeky play.
Oh, Avatos. It is enough to take out the Wyvern, and he BKB TPs. Nicely done.
I think I know why Outsiders is trying to focus Zai. Because the illusions are dying so quickly for CK that he's basically a just regular carry without illusions.
So double buyback from Outsiders. I think that they thought that Roche is up. It is not. So they 100% did not have to buy back here.
And Liquid's camping a ward.
Yep, Boxy.
Boxy's there.
GPK. Into the river he goes. Vendetta. And now GPK is going to see the sad truth that there is no Roche. Gets off the avalanche. And yeah, now they know the truth. See if the high fives come or not. This will be a perfect time for that. Some nice bad manners plays. Oh boy, the snowball being baited into the high ground. This is going to be the death of the Tusk. Yamich is dead, no buyback at all. And GPK tries to save him, and he's dead. What was that? 3 dead for Outsiders now. And this was just a god-awful fight for them as Ramses looks to be next. That's a dieback. And they almost could call GG at this point. Down mid you can go if you're Liquid. That was really weird.
They don't have fortification for a little while. Strange way to end. And otherwise, well, the game started up, but
that's true.
And otherwise, like very good game. It was just one big blunder at the end there. Outsiders, with Yamich going in, it's one of those situations where like if Yamich goes in and dies, maybe the game looks really bad for Outsiders, but at least it's not over.
GG's called.
They call GG.
GG's called. The game is over. That was I mean, I can understand the original part where they bought back because they didn't know if Roche was up. Obviously, we have the vision, they don't. That, in hindsight, was a big mistake. But then snowballing in and then pursuing that death, essentially, it was just such a scattered fight. And, man, it's actually really sad to see. I mean, obviously, it's great to see Liquid win. You want to see everybody win, but the game was so close, and to have it decided like that feels kind of bad.
I'm still gonna say that as a cool series. We got a 1-1. It was really close. There was some really crazy shit happening. I love that. That was super fun at the start of the game. Even the fact that it ended on somewhat of a